Yes, yes,
Yeah, man. Share the video, share the link, share
live.
the link.
שמח לכל מי שנמצא בסאונד סיסטם ותרבות המוזיקה הג'מייקנית בפייסבוק, ברכות לכל החברים שמצטרפים.
כן, רק היום טירפנו איזה 7-8 איש.
וקוראים לאלי הייטק, אחי, כן, צפו אנשים בקבוצה היום, כבוד לאלי הייטק על הבאנר הזה, וכל הנראות הזאת, מהצפון, איפה שאני נמצא עכשיו, הוא מטורף לכל החבר'ה בדרום, במרכז, בירושלים, בתל אביב,
כן, חברות וחברים.
anywhere, ביגו, סטריט, לא. אני חושב שאתה לספר לאנשים, עוד רגע לפני שאנחנו נעלה אותו לכאן, לספר לאנשים כאילו, עם מי אנחנו מדברים היום.
אוקיי, אז גבירותיי ורבותיי, אני אתחיל לכם לספר את הסיפור שלי לפני שאני מציג אותו, אוקיי? כי אתם כבר יודעים מי היום הולך להגיע, אבל אני רוצה לספר לכם איזה ככה סיפור קטן, אוקיי? בערך בגיל 16 או משהו כזה, חבר בשם סמיילי, שרובכם מכירים ומי שלא מכיר, אומן וחבר מאוד טוב כמובן, סיפר לי על מקום שאמר, תקשיב, אם אתה רוצה במה לבטא את עצמך, תגיע למקום הזה והזה במוצ"ש. נתן לי כתובת. בקיצור, חברות וחברים, זה היה בגיל 16, הגעתי למקום הזה, עמד שומר גדול עם משקפי שמש, אני עד היום זוכר אותו, אני בדיוק זוכר איך הוא נראה, ובהתחלה הסתכל עליי עם המבט, מי אתה, מה הסיפור, כי אני ילד בסופו של דבר, ומפה לשם דיברתי ואמרתי לו, תקשיב, אני שמעתי שנותנים פה במה, ואני רוצה היום לעלות לשיר כאילו. הוא נכנס למועדון, אמר לי, חכה פה שנייה, ואחרי דקה בדיוק יצא האורח שלנו היום, טוני ריי, שאל אותי מה נשמע, מה פה, מה שם וזה וזה וזה, ואמר לי, מה, אז אתה שר וזה וזה? אמרתי לו, כן. ואז הוא אמר לי משהו אחד, כן? הוא אמר לי, תראה, מורחים בפנים אלכוהול, אתה מבטיח לי לא לשתות? אמרתי לו, אני מבטיח לך, עד בתקופה הזאת אפילו לא נגעתי בשתייה, ואז הוא אמר לי, אוקיי, אתה עולה, ואנחנו, תגיד לי איך קוראים לך, מה הכינוי שלך של הבמה, ובאמצע ההופעה אני אקרא לך. ובעצם שם זה המפגש האישי הראשון שלי עם הבן אדם הזה. ואני יודע שכל אומן בארץ, בתקופה הזאת, שרק רצה במה, ורק רצה איפשהו לקבל את ההיכרות הראשונית, הגיע למקום הזה, לבן אדם הזה, ולנו, לי ולריאליטי, יש המון כבוד לתת לכם את אפיזוד נאמבר פיו של Mek We Talk, שאנחנו עושים אחת לשבועיים. האורח שלנו, לא רק שהוא זמר, ולא רק שהוא אמן, יש לו, שוב אני אומר, את המועדון, אולי בין הוותיקים בתל אביב, באותו מקום, בתחנה מרכזית, בגטו של תל אביב, יוזימי. אז אנחנו רוצים שתגידו, שנעשו הרבה כבוד, ותעשו פייר אמוג'י, כי אנחנו בתקופה של אי אפשר לתת פאוורד אמיתי, אז אנחנו בפייר אמוג'י לאורח השני שלנו, סליחה, בסדרה, טוני ריי, ladies and gentle people. אלי, תוסיף לנו את הבן אדם, ותן לנו להיכנס לווייב, כי אני עכשיו בסופר וייב. נעליי, למרות שבחוץ.
Yeah. Vasco, you're talking about the Rasta, right?
Of course, the Rasta Club.
The Rasta is still alive, but it can't work. But the Rasta come back, you know? They'll come back when all this business is over. So we're still trying to survive, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
In the meantime, you know, I can't earn a few pence from the Rasta. So, boy, yeah, spend my time in a studio, you know what I mean? You know the youth call Amit Sagi.
of course.
Yes, well, we record a whole heap of songs, about the situation and all that, So, even though I'm not working, I'm working because like I'm creating like a whole heap of songs about the situation. And I don't even want to talk about it, but it just a come. You know what I mean?
We're
Yeah.
gonna go to that. Don't worry. You can't escape from those questions today.
All right, there.
Yeah, man. And for reality, נראה לי הוא פה. Reality, are you still there, sir?
אתם שומעים אותי? מתחילים לשמוע אותי? אני פה עם...
שומעים אותך, התמונה קצת קפואה, חברות וחברים,
שומעים אותי?
ריאליטי בצפון מראיין גם את החיזבאללה, אז אנחנו לא יודעים איפה הוא, איפה קצרים שם.
Come back to us reality, come back.
אני פה, האם שומעים אותי? שומעים
אותך טוב. שומעים טוב.
טוני, אני מקווה, אני לא יודע, אני מקווה שאנשים שומעים אותי. כן, אני פה בצפון, זה מקסים פה, אבל אתם יודעים חברים, האינטרנט פה זה לא הדבר העיקרי. אז אני פה, ואני מקווה שאנחנו נצליח באמת, שאני אצליח ככה. בפעם להשחיל איזו שאלה, ובאמת אנחנו נורא שמחים, בהשתקה, וכולנו כאן מבינים שהדבר הזה, הרגע הזה בישראל, לא מספיק מדברים עליו, ולא מספיק נותנים הכרה לאותם אנשים שהתחילו את הדבר הזה, הניעו את הדבר הזה, עיצבו את הדבר הזה, לקחו את זה למקומות רחוקים, ובנו פה יופי של דבר, איתך טוני בתור ככה, איפה נולדת וגדלת, והיכן פעם ראשונה פגשה אותך מוזיקה בחייך?
Reality, talk to me?
כן, הוא שאל איפה נולדת וגדלת, ואיפה פגשה אותך מוזיקה בפעם הראשונה?
אוקיי, אני נולדתי בקינגסטון, ג'מייקה, ובגיל 12 וחצי, אמא שלי היה באנגליה, אז היא אמרה, אתה צריך להגיע, אתה תבוא. אז אני הגעתי לאנגליה, למקום נקרא בריסטול באנגליה, וביום השני, אמא שלי אמרה לי, הכל היה יפה ביום הראשון, יום השני היא אמרה לי, אוקיי, לך לשטוף את הכלים. אני אמרתי, מה? אני שוטף כלים? בג'מייקה אני לא עשיתי דבר כאלה, ואני לא מתכוון לעשות את זה. אז אמרתי לה, אני רוצה לחזור לג'מייקה. אז היא צחקה, ואמרה לי, מתי שיש לך, אתה יכול לשלם את הכרטיס שלך, אתה יכול לחזור. אבל בינתיים כולם עוזרים. אז אני שניתי את אנגליה, הכל היה אפור, הכל היה בוץ, הכל היה גשם ושלג, וזבלתי את זה, וככה אני הגעתי לאנגליה. אבל אני בא מקינגסטון, ג'מייקה. אבל בג'מייקה, שאמא שלי נסעה לאנגליה, אבא שלי עוד היה גר בקינגסטון, אז היא שלחה אני ואח שלי למקום בסנטן, נקרא ווייטהול. והלכנו לבית ספר, דווקא לא בסנטן, הלכתי לבית ספר, נקרא גושן בסנט מרי, כן, 2 miles down the road. And after that, 2 years later, we went to a school in St. Anne, which is called Blackstone Edge. And so I grew up, I grew up with my grandmother, grandfather, my aunties, and the aunties were cooking and cleaning and all them things. So that's why I never wasn't used to washing dishes and do all them kind of things. They were just having fun, like I used to ride on guava tree like what, a tree, a donkey, you know, you know what I mean? Jamaica was fun for me. But I want to tell you guys, now that later on in life, I went back from Bristol, England. A long story. Me and the band, we were called the Lurks then. We went to play in Beirut in Lebanon.
Wow.
And we were, but then in the days, we weren't playing reggae, we were playing soul music, all right? And I wasn't singing, I was playing bass guitar. He's a left-handed bass and play bass guitar. So we stayed in Beirut for 2 months. Then we go back to England. And from England, we went to Switzerland. And sorry, we stayed in Switzerland for about 4 or 5 months. And after that, we go back to England. And all the people in Bristol, boy, they might worship us, you know, they said, boy, nice one, nice one, nice one. Everybody just nice, nice. Because we were the first band from Bristol to ever went abroad and succeeded. And stay longer than 1 week, right? So boy, we couldn't take this worship in, and excuse my language. How do you say they were kissing our asses. Sorry for the language. Okay. You know, so we said, boy, we can't stand this anymore. So we saw an audition to go to Tel Aviv. So I said, anything to get away from England. But we were supposed to go back to Switzerland after 2.5 months. So we said, no, we have to leave. And we saw Tel Aviv, and we went to the audition, and the audition, Chaim Saban was the impresario. So there was about 26 different bands that play, you know, audition. And everybody come and set up them PA and system and everything. And we were good. We were good. There was Roy Young. You might hear about him. He's another Jamaican. Him live here in Israel right now. And he was the vocalist, right? And I was playing bass guitar. But I was kicking their asses. I was saying, if you don't sing like this, why you don't sing like this? Why you don't play? And we were moving in formation, you know, like, you remember the Temptation, them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Yes, we used to dance like that on the stage, and anybody who come with them trousers, breast, why am I gonna get a fine? I was the one that was given the fines and all them things there, you understand? And if you didn't move like this on stage, anyway, we came to Israel and we did not like it. No, wait. So you know, Chaim Saban, the band was still playing in the audition. And me and Chaim Saban, we went upstairs and we negotiated to come to Israel. And why? We were so happy to get out of England. So it wasn't even a decent sum of money, you understand? Because we came with our transport and everything. Anyway, we came and we did not like Israel one little bit because, first of all, everybody was shouting like, and I shout and I wave the man and all them things they done it. And why? We were scared for our lives. We were 7. There was 2 white guys in the band and five black people, 4 from Jamaica and 1 from British Guyana, right? And we stuck together just in case one of the Israelis will attack us, you understand? Because we didn't understand what was the shouting all about, and everybody had muscles coming out of their shoulders, you understand? So we said, no, we're not gonna mess with anybody. You understand? Finish the 2 months and leave. All right. So after 2 weeks, this Yemenite guy said to me, what do you think about Israel? We used to sit in this wimpy place in Rehov Hashbanaim. There was another wimpy in Dizengoff Circle, and we always sat there. We sat together, all 7 people. And what you think about Israel? Said, don't like it. Why you don't like it? So I said to the guy, look, all the time the Israelis are shouting and waving their arms. And so he said to me, the Stam Ruach. So after that, in Tekwe, on Saturday afternoon, we're going house and he make a barbecue outside and him bring out hummus and tahina and all them things there. Boy, we hated hummus and tahina because we had it the first time in Beirut and we ate that hummus and tahina and we drank brandy shiva shiva shiva. You remember them brandy there?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yes.
listen, we started to love Israel. So we signed to stay in Israel 1 more month. So that means 3 months now. And then we went to Eilat.
What year? What year?
That was in
What year?
1970.
1970.
Huh?
1970.
Yes, 1970. And after that, we went to Eilat for 1 month. And boy, life in Eilat was beautiful. We play in this place called half past midnight every night except Sunday. And then, boy, we said, no, we have to leave and go back to Europe because Israel, you have to go sing in Hebrew. We had no intention of Hebrew language and all them things there, you know. No, I did not intend, no way. So we went back. We went back to Switzerland, and we came back to Israel. Wow! So we went to Switzerland, and every day we used to go to supermarkets, and we're hunting down Israeli products. You understand, like hummus in the can, avocado, ashkoliot in the can, and every day we go out hunting Israeli products. All four, we were 7 before, then we got smaller. So we said, Minakos. We said,
You can do anything you want.
We're Israel sick. So we have to go back to Israel. So I picked up the phone and I called Chaim Saban, and he said, when do you want to come back? How much money you want? So we came back. We came back as 4 people. But then me and the singer, Roy Young, we had a breakup because I was the leader of the band and Roy Young kicked me out, expelled me from the band. So that is how I started to celebrate my vocals. That's when I started to sing. Okay, I talk too much, so I want you guys to talk a little bit. Yeah, go on up.
Mad. Yo, so I just got a quick question, right? So,
Yeah, what?
אז אחרי שהגעת לישראל והבנת מתי שאתה הולך להישאר פה והכל, מה התחלת לעשות, כמו שאמרת, התחלת לעשות קריירה לבד, עזבת את הלהקה והתחלת עם קריירה לבד.
לא עזבתי את הלהקה, they expelled me. הם זרקו אותי החוצה. But that was the best thing that could happen because I discovered Tony Ray, you understand? I discovered myself.
So yes. you in that point you start your own career, right?
I started, yes, my solo career here in Israel, right? Yes, so.
Right over there. And okay, so how it starts? You just create a small band for yourself, or
no. What happened? There was this black singer here. His name was Dov. I don't know if he's still alive. I don't know where he is. Dov Sabato, his name was. And I went to him with my bass guitar and I said, look, I need a job. So he said, come, play for me. All right, so I played for him. And he said, sing something. So I sang a song, Kiss Me Each Morning or a Million Years. It was from a singer called Pat Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah. We said, don't play that bass guitar anymore. Concentrate on singing. Go home, practice in the toilet, in the shower, in the bathroom, on the bus, and that's what I did. And I'll tell you a story. My first show was on a Saturday night in Ramley, in a place called Ulame Pe'er. And I practiced. Then it was James Brown. It was James Brown and all them kind of thing there, and Otis Redding. So I did my practice for about 2 weeks, okay? And the night before Saturday night, I was shaking. I said, "Boy, we can't go through with this." You know, I did it, and I went to the show, and my voice wasn't the best, but you know, I had all these movements on my legs, and you know, so I confused the people. Then you understand? So them like it very, very much, and that's how I started out. I started out in the Ramley, and it was soul music in those days. All right, your turn to talk.
When after you start a little bit, when was the first single that you had, the official single of Tony Ray himself?
The official single of Tony Ray was in 19. I did a song, "A Big Fat Woman If I Had, I Would Be Happy Not Sad," Shmanmana, right? But at first I did it in English, and that was in 1978 or something like that.
Wow.
And so it came out, and later on I did it in Hebrew, and we went to the radio to Eli Israeli, right? And he was a friend, and he helped me a lot. And he said, "Wait for me," right? I went with the song on the reel to reel, and he said, "Wait for me. I'm going to take you down to Yoav Kutner." He took me down to Yoav Kutner, and he said to him, "Invite him tonight." Okay. So me and Yossi Fine, you know Yossi Fine, right?
Of course, everybody. If you don't know, you can find it.
Fine. Went to the interview with Kutner, and he played Shman Mana, and the thing take off like bad, like wildfire. You know, it's like,
wow.
I used to live in Gula Street, and when the song was, then it was three or four radio stations. It was Galit Sal, Rashid Bet, Gimel, and Ibn Atan. Used to go out there in a sea. And why? Ibn Atan never liked me one little bit. And Ibn Atan started to play Shman Mana, and all the radio stations them played. And I tell you why, man, get big, because I come downstairs from the house, and people were waiting downstairs. People were waiting downstairs for me. You understand? And when we went to shows, it was me, Yossi Fine, Abi Baleli, and some other people in those days. We had to play Shman Mana 3 times. 3 times we had to play it. You understand? So I saw we start out.
Wow.
See, gentlemen, you have some icon from the not from yesterday. That's the 70s. We are talking about, תקשיבו לי טוב, לא מדובר פה בתקופות של היום עם יוטיוב ולקנות צפיות ויחצן ואומן. מדובר פה באותנטי. הדברים האלה היו על תקליטים וקלטות, נכון? אני מניח, קדיסטי בכלל לא היה בכיוון.
כן, קלטות, קסטות, והקסטות, I used to sell them in the shows, מכרתי אותם בהופעות כמו פיתות, כן? תקליט לא הלך, כן? אז רק הקסטות. אז עכשיו אני רוצה לספר לכם, היום אני אחרי 9 אלבומס שאני עשיתי לבד, 9 אלבומס, ועכשיו אני מסיים עשירי, ולבד, אני אומר לכם, הדרך לא היה קל, היה הרבה אנשים שרצו chop off my legs before me grow. A whole heap of people, but still, them couldn't stop me, right? Still there, and me still a create, and me still a produce, and me still a do a whole heap of things. You understand? And I'm saying that I'm blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. Right at the land of Israel. All right? So over there, I'm still doing things, and some people, only musicians that I gave them a breath of life.
Tell us.
Them
Tell us about those musicians.
Deserted me.
Yeah, name some names.
It's life. It's a life goal. But a lot of musicians, after they left me, they said, Tony, thank you very much because you taught us discipline. Because for reggae, you can't be wild, especially with the bass played, right? It's discipline. Yeah, hold on a bit. And yeah, play this for hours and hours. I saw them do a Jamaica, and some of the musicians who played with me, they thanked me for giving them the chance. I played with some drummers that people said, oh, there's Shanim and Tavim. But, you know, because I feel it inside. I know that this person had the promise. So I said, no. I had one bass player, Aaron Soar. He laughed at my drummers and said, if he's coming to play tomorrow, we're not play. So I said, no, man, this man, I'm good. And, you know, it's so, because I can feel when a person has got the promise, has got, you know, to play reggae. It's a very simple music, but you need the right touch. You know, it's a,
That's not robotic music.
Yeah. So we can feel it when the man have it, you understand? And so me operate since then up until today. But of course, with the corona, you can't, you know, I'm dying to be on stage, understand? It's like we have a show next month on Zoom in a school. But I don't know if it's going to happen, you understand? Because the present lockdown, which is coming into effect over the weekend, right? So we are live by Israel. But it's not only Israel, it's everywhere. You understand? So, you know, we just have to be patient and, you know, try to continue. Anyway, I talk too much. Your turn.
Yeah. Reality on
Yes, we know that your journey is a long journey and a special journey because you are the only Jamaican who actually settled down in Israel and lived as a pioneer when it comes to reggae in Israel, and I believe also soul, as you mentioned. And on this journey, I remember as there were two clubs. Right? There was the Sweto, and then it was the Rasta Club.
No, before the Rasta, I'm a scare
about
street.
What happened before
Come again?
the Rasta?
Before the Rasta was the Jamaica Club. There was Soweto, then Jamaica. Soweto wasn't mine.
Oh, yeah, the Jamaica.
Some other people.
Yeah.
But I belonged to the Jamaica Club in Amaskir Street. I was there for 7 years. And after in 1998, right? I came to the Rasta in Rakevin Street in South Tel Aviv until today. 22 years.
Yeah, but tell us before the Rasta. Before the Rasta. for the Rasta Club, we want to hear the history about the Jamaica Club because that's what I do. The Jamaica Club. If you can tell us how was the atmosphere there as far as the dance and the live performances and the guest DJs, selectors. You know, who were the players?
Well,
Back in the days.
in the Rasta, um, in the Jamaica Club, which was open in 1991, 91, and used to come, well, Tony Ray and Amja, the band always accompanied, they're called Amja. And there was Roots Africa, right? And there was guys like Silver Don. Silver Don used to come down after he went to Jamaica, and him come back, and him, you know, he come back with a whole heap of reggae influence, and he used to perform there. Daddy G used to perform there. Fishy Agadol used to come every Friday night, and him sit upstairs.
He's over there watching right now. So big up Adam.
The Fishy Agadol used to sit upstairs and him wait until me invite him on the stage. Every Friday night, Fishy came down, and his artists like that, you know. And of course, sorry, Ras Daniel. Ras Daniel started with me in the Jamaica Club, and before that we used to do shows outside and all them things there. Yes, so it's them kind of people used to be in the Jamaica Club until I started to crash the scene, because one time it went down a little bit, and I started bringing children on a Friday night, and after the children came, it's a season thing. It's like them come for about 2 months, and then it started go down. And when it was we had in the beginning like about 250 children, right? And well, of course, they couldn't drink any alcohol, but you know, you get some older people used to come in with them, and but you had tickets, right? And it was subliminal, Kobe, right? And after that, I tried to get the old audience back. Nobody don't want to come, because nobody don't want to be associated with the piece with picnic with children, right? And it went down from, I had normally 50 people on a Friday night. But I said it's weak, you know, 50 people, you can't do. So I went to the kids. I tried to get the 50 people back. No way. So Jamaica crash. So I came with a different idea to the Rasta in South Tel Aviv. So I said, you know what, I'm going to start shows like on a Friday afternoon, and I opened the window, and I did it. I fulfilled all of my dreams, you know, opened the window, and people were outside on the pavement, people were inside, and you know, I saw the Rasta start. And I had in the Rasta, I had a neighbor that was making me a whole heap of problems. He used to call Babylon, and he said, okay, I started having Ethiopians on a Friday night, and that was very, very fruitful. All right. And the man said, look, if you put me in the hotel every weekend, I won't call the Babylon upon you, right? So I said, me nah go pay no money, me nah send it go on the hotel. And the Babylon closed down the Rasta. Closed down the Rasta. I went to another Rasta in Shokin. It was called the Cube after. Right, and after that, I said, "Boy, this is too big," you know. So I came back. After about 6 months, I came back to Amaskir, to Rehov Rakevet, and since then, I'm in the Rasta. You understand? And the road has been rough. It's like Of course, you have to deal with the authorities. You have to get your license and all them things there. And when the man see that me go and get the license and him call the pikuach, yes, inspectors on me, and we come out with the paper and show the inspectors, and they said, "How did you do that? Oh, look about." You might get mad now in the Miranda. And
Yeah,
him get mad and call the Babylon. Woo, 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 woo. Babylon come and said, "You know that you have a closure, Sabsgira." I said, "It was by Tony Ekasita," I said. And so we operate. Yeah, sometimes you have to work with the Babylon system, you understand? Because if you don't work with them, I'm going to chop off your legs. And we're still there. All right, yes, sir.
mad. מי שלא יודע, מי שלא מכיר, אני יודע שיש פה הרבה חבר'ה צעירים, טוני, אז אני אסביר להם ששוב, מועדון הרסטה זה המקום אולי שכל האומנים אז היו עוברים בו, וסאונדים, כל דבר שהיה בעצם קורה היה יכול לקרות ברסטה. שלא תחשבו שזה איזה מקום ענקי, מקום פינתי וקטן, עם סופר וייבס, בגטו של תל אביב, שזה מאוד חשוב וזה גם מוסיף לאווירה, יזית, מד, אני כל פעם שאתה מספר דברים, אני קצת נזכר בדברים שהיה לי שם, שהיינו לוקחים את השיעורים של הדי-ג'יי, קורסים די-ג'יי אצל פישי שם.
כן, פישי נתן שיעורים ברסטה.
בדיוק, השיעורים שהיו שם, היינו עושים שם, ואז בסוף הערב קצת היה וייב ב-readings and everything, וים הייתה מופיעה שם, והייפה היה מתקלט שם, כן?
כן.
תקופות שכבר לא נשארו יותר מדי מקומות, זה לא, שוב אני צריך להסביר את זה לאנשים, זה לא כמו היום, זה לא התקופות של היום, לא מדובר פה באיזה מועדון ענקי או משהו כזה, אבל זה מועדון שעדיין קיים, ומועדונים של מיינסטרים באים והולכים, ומועדונים גדולים באים והולכים, רסטה סטנד קל, like אייפל, ידיד.
Still alive.
Still alive. עכשיו אני הולך לשאול את השאלה, שכולם, אני בטוח, עד היום, רוצים את התשובה עליה. איך, אוקיי? איך הגעת לאלכס חולה אהבה? זה הדבר שכולם פה, אני יודע.
אני אספר את הסיפור. היה לי איזה אמרגן, אז הוא היה מסדר לי כל מיני הופעות ומלונות, you say מלונות? בטבריה, באילת. אז עכשיו הוא אומר לי, אתה הולך לאלכס חולה אהבה. Okay, so I said, no problem. So he sent me to this guy, Ilan Mocheach, and he did the music, you understand? So, and I did the music and in the Triton Studios in Ramat Gan something. And after that, we went to, in 1985, we did the filming in Ramat Sharon, in this cinema that looked like olden days. And we were there all the shoot, you understand? So, and this is a film that make me only money because every time it wasn't my song, but I performed the song. So every time it repeat, money are coming, so, you understand? And it's the same thing happened with, for years, I wanted to do commercials, you know, like jingles, yes? And I had an agent, Kobe Shrat, and he was the king of jingles. And he said, no, they won't take you because your accent is too heavy. So Didi Harari was my friend in them these days. So I said to Didi, look, I want to do some jingles and Kobe Shrat, and let me say, my accent is kaved, kashe. So he said, I will take care of it, Kobe. And Didi Harari said. So he wrote the words from Mango, Bali Bitom. And he called me, but I said to him before you call me, give me the text so I can learn the Dixia, you understand? I said, no problem. So he called me and said, go to Sound Studio in Rehovot, that's something around there, near to King George. So I said, Didi, but I told you, I must learn the diction. He said, if you need 1 week, you have 1 week to do it. I went there, and they showed me the text, and I said, okay, go inside the studio. And go inside, and the guy from Moetzet Tapirot was there, and he said, I like it. So there's a part that goes, mango, 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 Bali, let's talk. So I said, yes, go on. So I went in the studio, and I did the laughing bit, and the guy said, yes, I want you to be in the video. You understand, for the commercial, and it was one of the best commercials in Israel. Even today, it went into a competition.
You still can find it on YouTube nowadays.
But only this jingle lasts until today. You understand? Them jingles them are gone, and mango, mango, mango still alive. Your turn.
But yeah, you still can find that today. I'm telling you, crazy.
Yeah,
the thing, man. And what when it comes to a radio thing? So let me ask you something, right? From here to there, I know that they used to play some of your songs on the radio.
כל כך הרבה.
ריאליטי בצפון לא שומעים כלום.
כל כך הרבה.
Yeah, sometimes you disappear too, you know? You disappear. Yeah, you know, look, the radio, it's a difficult media, right? Because, you know, if the song is not commercial, they don't want anything to do with it, you know? So now I'm putting conscious messages in my songs, and they don't want to hear about them thing there. You understand? I wrote a song called Leman Kulanu. It's about the election, and I think it's a good song. But boy, I don't know, play them thing there. You understand? Because they don't want to touch anything that looks like political, but it's no politics in there because it's neutral. I'm not talking about that party or that party or anything. It's difficult, but me not give up. You know, I just did a song. It was called "We Must Survive." Okay, and that went fairly well on the radio, right? And a few TV performances. Now I came out with another song. It's called "Back to Normality." And you understand when I talk about them kind of thing, them don't want to hear about those things. You understand? They want to hear about something jumpy, happy-go-lucky. You understand? But I'm conscious. I have to come out with conscious lyrics. You understand? So we did it. We're there.
Yeah, man.
I do it.
And if people don't know, Tony doing a lot of Israeli reggae song covers. It's an Israeli song. They make it on a reggae version covers, like Betty Bam, I remember.
Yes.
Yes, tell us about that too. How did that idea come out?
Well, boy, a whole heap of people love it. All right, but I can say it's making me a whole heap of money. Right now, I didn't touch the money from Akum for a good while, and because of the current situation, I had to go and ask them for. And I had a nice sum of money. You understand? And also, there's another organization, Eshkolot. You hear about them?
Heard about them. I never, mix up with the thing, but I know.
Yeah. And they take care of your TV performances, and so I mean, it helped me to survive.
Yeah.
And I survive. And the little bit of money that the government I give you after declaring that you earn so much, you only get, you know how much man them I give me 3,000 a month. You understand? 3,000 a month. But you have no choice. You understand? It's like my sister in England helped me out a little bit. And boy, we must survive. You know, we must survive. Tabasco, and then reality disappear. Like I'm going about the business.
I'm here. I'm still here. I'm still here. The connection is.
I'm just making a new song, which is called what was it? Good Times. I'm dreaming about good times coming back. You understand? It's like optimistic. You understand? And it's somewhere go on, you know. And I'm doing things. I'm not. I don't lay down and say, "Why?" I I don't want to advertise my age, but boy, I've been around a long time, and I'm still active, very active. You understand? And it gives me a reason to wake up in the morning and go practice and write new song and all them things. There, you understand? I'm still going. I'm still, you know what I mean? Still creative. You understand? And it's great. It's great. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. And I must remind you, I'm a grandfather. I have 2 grandchildren. My daughter Rachel, she has 2 grandchildren. Tamara, she's 4.5, and Rum, he's 1 year and about 3 months. And boy, they might give you a whole heap of things to look forward to. You understand? I'm very fortunate. Knock on wood. Yeah. So.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you better.
Yeah, we can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know because the connection is so low here up north, but I
Anyway,
really wanna, yeah, man, as you mentioned your family, and I know due to the social media thing that you went back to Jamaica, I think 2 or 3 years ago.
I went back to
I
Jamaica.
think
Yes, I went. Since I left
I
Jamaica, I've been back 3 times. I've been back the last time in 2018, and
Yeah.
I went back to Jamaica this time with one Israeli band called Amja, right? And we played in Negril at the Ganja Festival. Yes, and of
okay.
course after that I went to meet my family, and I want to thank my daughter Rachel because I left Jamaica 1962 1963, and because of Rachel, after Rachel finished the army, she went to Jamaica and went to England, and she got me in contact with my sister and my brother and all of my aunties and family again. You understand? So because of
Yeah.
Rachel, I'm in touch with Jamaica again. Thank you, Rachel, my daughter. Thank you. You were saying
Wow.
it.
So that was like almost 3, 4 decades. How was it to
Yes,
you to come back
four,
to Jamaica
five
now?
decades,
How was it?
5 decades. Yeah, what you say?
I'm saying, how was it? How was it to come back to your birthplace after so many years?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I went back with my wife who come from Sweden and my son and my daughter Rachel. She came like a couple of days later. She was working with Elal in those days, so she ran away from Elal and came to Jamaica, and we were there, and it was great. We went back to our house in Whitehall in St. Anne, and
Yes.
my 2 schools in the country in St. Mary and St. Anne. But my sister, who who lives in Jamaica. She died, unfortunately, last year.
My
And
condolences.
she did not, under no circumstances, allow me to go into Kingston. She said, you're not going to place there. All right. So, and you know, we respect our elders in Jamaica. She's only 2 years older than me, right? But when she said, move or don't move, I respect and obey. So she didn't allow me to go into Kingston. And boy, I was jealous when my friend Amit Sagi, the youth, go to Jamaica and him run up and down Kingston like him own the place. So, you know, because I heard, I understand that now it's different vibes in Kingston. Different. I know say you, Vasco, and reality, you have a whole heap of friend in a Kingston. Right?
True.
So you were up and down, right? Yeah? But
yes, definitely.
it helps when you have somebody from the ghetto, you know what I mean? That can go around with you, and, you know, because why I love Jamaica bad. I love it bad. But the best place I love in Jamaica is Negril. You been there?
Yes.
I've been there for 5 minutes.
Eh?
I've been there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes exactly. Let me tell you guys real quick. Yes, let me tell you guys real quick how that was. So me and Shaba went there after almost two months in Jamaica.
Yeah.
After we were in the ghetto, right? We came to the grill, and the first thing that we saw was like a couple white people over there. That's it. We didn't saw no. That was the first time after 2 months I see white people. Me and Shaba was standing outside, look, you know, left, right, and say to the driver, let me go back to Kingston. By that time, we're gonna be early enough to go to Hot Mondays and go back to, and went 3 hours back to like other than that, and that's it. We've been like 5 minutes. That's it. No more than that.
Negril is a cool place. It's a cool place.
Yeah, man, a very nice place.
It's a shame you didn't stay there. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Well, them say the best come from West now, and Westmoreland.
Westmoreland, yes, it's Westmoreland.
Them say the best coming from the West now.
Hey,
When you're
listen.
up on the grill and you want to get some high Westmoreland, you go.
That ganja is from Negri.
I want to tell you a little story. When we were in Jamaica in 2010, my wife just handed me a paper that I have to tell you this story. And you know that we in Israel, we are course blood and all them clap there, right? And we did that in Jamaica and in England. Everybody used blood, the bump and all them thing there, right? In Jamaica, I did not hear one time. So I said, what happened? Them forget over course. So one time we were in Kingston, in downtown Kingston, and two men catch a fight. And one of the guys said, "You are dead. You aren't gonna live in a cemetery." so my sister said, "Stop! Don't move." So we stop and we wait till them done fight. But they're only fighting with words, you know, like roar. No fight. But the guy said, "You are dead. A cemetery you aren't gonna live in." And that was the first time I heard cursing in Jamaica. The first time, because in England everybody a cuss, all kind of bad word, all kind of nasty word. But in Jamaica, it's not so common. You understand to hear all them things.
Because that's the place when you realize how bad this word is. When I'm live right now in New York, back then in Israel, you can play dancehall music loud. Over there, I have like a church round the corner. If I'm gonna play all these nowadays dancehall when singing about slackness and everything, or some hardcore lyrics and gunman lyrics next to the church on Sunday, You should see the Jamaican ladies. That's like, it's not acceptable here. It's not. And then you understand how hard these words is. Because maybe in Israel, it doesn't mean nothing. When you go to Jamaica and see stuff like that, when somebody is cursing, everybody's like, whoa, hold on. We need to
Yes,
cool down now.
yes. Hey, listen, I want to tell you a story. You know, I had this Ethiopian guy, a singer, he used to sing at the Rasta, and every time him come and him said, the first thing he said when he come, he said, blood. You know what? I don't want to say the word. So I explained to him, me and my wife, we explained to him, it's not a good word. So I said, what do you mean? It means shalom. Because everybody in the industry, they're using it like all the youth them they're doing hip hop and dancehall music. They're using it, you know, like common, like nobody, nothing, no big deal. You understand? So we explained to him it's not a nice word. So there you are. You understand? But I know, and you know, because you've been there. You know, and you know that these words are not appreciated like respectable people. You know what I mean? They don't say them kind of thing there. But if you're dirty people, then use them kind of what they. Yeah, that's it.
So let me ask you one more thing. What we should expect next from Tony Ray, musically?
Well, as I said,
we heard you get in the album. Now, give us some more, you know, scoop. We want to hear scoop.
yeah, well, as I said, there's a whole heap of conscious stuff in the lyrics, and you know, optimistic. You understand? And it's that's the way I'm living today. You know what I mean? And this the album is gonna be with a whole heap of double version. Like I sing in English and I sing Hebrew version at the same time. You understand? So like people here can understand and people over there so can understand, right? You know, so I do this always. You understand? So when I do any music, I send it to my brother and my sister, and to let them know what I'm creating. You understand? So they understand the English version. Like I did a song the other day on TV, and I sent it to my sister, and she said, "Nice, but I can't understand the words." I was singing "B'chazara L'chaim," yeah, and so the new album is going to be a lot of conscious songs, all right, and so that's the way I'm operating today.
Nice.
All right. I wanna ask one more question, Tony.
Yeah, go ahead.
One more question. I want you to think, all right? Because I think, yeah, it's something that we're gonna ask like every. Take a moment and think about the best, the peak, one of the peaks, you know, moments in your career, where it was on stage or off stage, and one moment where it was so hard that you were, you know, it was like very hard moment. So one best moment and one very hard moment in your career as an artist.
When one of my best moments is like when I'm performing in schools around the country, singing reggae music, of course, and the teachers are dancing and enjoying the music more than the kids. You understand? Teachers jump on the stage and them take over. All right. And one of the harshest moments for me was this year. This year, in the 2nd of February, my mother died in England. Yeah, she was 96. She was 96 years old, and I had to continue working because you know if you're gonna cry and go mourn, you understand. But it was hard for me.
Yes.
But I continued. You understand. And my mother, she was a very strong woman. And even though I didn't like England initially, but later on, when I leave Israel right now, I love I love to go to visit England and Jamaica. So like I make a round trip, you know, Israel, England, Jamaica, England, Sweden, England, Israel. It's so they operate, you understand? But my mother, she taught me to be strong, and she taught me she gave me a good upbringing. You understand?
Yes.
And when she passed away, I had to continue performing and continue working until the corona crashed everything.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, is
Yeah.
performing in schools, and you see the teachers jumping on the stage, or sometimes, you know, performing in schools, and, you know, normally you have to explain to the children like a little background about the reggae.
The reggae.
First song, sometime them here, everybody, 500 kids run down and start dancing on the floor. And you
I have,
can't,
I
you
have to
can't.
tell you, Tony. I have to tell you a story. I don't know if you remember that. I'm going to say it in Hebrew, just because I want everybody to understand here. תקשיבו לי טוב. בכיתה, אני לא זוכר אם זה היה בכיתה י' או י"א, הביאו את טוני אלינו לפורים להופיע. בקיצור, מפה לשם, מפה לשם, הבן אדם ראה אותי, הוא כבר הכיר אותי והכל, מופיע, פתאום באמצע ההופעה, יאו, טבסקו, בוא תעלה לבמה, תשאיר להם. עכשיו, אתם לא מבינים מה הלך שם, כי זה כאילו בית ספר, זה לא היה בית ספר של השכונה שלי, לא הכרתי שם יותר מדי אנשים, עליתי להופיע, שנייה אחרי שירדתי מהבמה, אנשים קפצו עליי, כאילו, וזה אשכרה רק בזכות טוני, אף אחד לא ראה אותי, אף אחד לא הכיר. So, and that's the last thing I want to ask you, right? Not the question, is more advice, because you're performing all these years, and you never gave up all these years, and we have a lot of young artists over there on the platform, young selectors, young sounds, you know, I want you to give them the advice of how start them career as entertainment.
How to survive, how to carry on, continue.
Yes.
Well, is as I said before, you know, in this reggae music business in Israel, you have a lot of jealousy, right? And this one want to cut you down, this one want to block your way, but just continue, you understand? You know, keep pushing on, you understand? Like, don't let nobody get you down. So me I do all these years, you understand? אני לא עצרתי, אני ממשיך, אפילו שאנשים ששמו כסף על אנשים אחרים, שכבר, סליחה מהביטוי, לא מתו בביזנס, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm still there, strong. And so may I say, all right? You know, just continue and keep bringing out stuff. Don't let them think that you are a one hit and or one song, and then it said you surrender. No, me not surrender. Now keep on, and may I go do one more song. Even sometimes, you know, I said, no, they don't like me on the radio. They don't like me in the media. I'm not going to do it. But after about a week, 2 weeks, you know, I get Girudim, and you have to go back, and you know what I mean? I can't stop.
Really?
Right?
Really?
And I'm still there. And as I said to you, it proves. I got 9 albums out, and number 10 is coming. It soon come. This Corona stop, may I bring it out, all right?
Mad.
To all the youths, you have to be strong and consistent. Don't stop. Keep on coming. All right?
Yes.
That's all.
Hard work, nothing else.
hard work. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's money, but, you know what I mean? It's like money goes and money comes, you know what I mean? And I'm still there. We're still there, right? And I will keep on when I stop yet. Yes? That's all I got to say. All right. We're done?
Yes!
סלוט,
שמעתם את זה כאן, שמעתם את זה כאן, Mek We Talk, סאונד סיסטם ותרבות המוזיקה הג'מייקנית, אנחנו מצדיעים לך, טוני, ומאחלים לך שתמשיך ולא תעצור, והמסר של טוני, במיוחד לכל החבר'ה הצעירים שצופים ויצפו, ברור לנו שלא כולם יכולים להתפנות, למרות שעוד רגע בשבוע הבא יהיה לכם יותר מדי מה לעשות, אז אני יודע שהרבה אנשים יצפו בזה בשידור חוזר, והמסר הוא כמובן פוקה ולעולם לא לעצור, תמשיכו להאמין בעצמכם, והנה טוני עושה את זה כבר כל כך הרבה שנים, הוא עדיין פה, הוא עשה קולנוע, הוא עשה טלוויזיה, הוא עשה רדיו, מועדון, הופעות בכל הארץ, בג'מייקה, הוא עשה את הכל.
הכל בטעם הרגע. Jamaica. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for having me on your show. And I forgot to mention my son, Lee, and my wife, Angie. She give me a whole heap of inspiration and support, all right? So thank you, Angie. Thank you, Lee, and all my family in Israel. And I hope you will invite me again, not too soon, all right? So, guys, keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing a good job, all right?
Respect אביטל, respect טוני, respect. מקווים שאתם נהנתם אנשים.
יו, אני רוצה להתפרץ רגע לשידור. אני רוצה לאחל המון מזל טוב לאורן, ריאליטי, עוד שעה וחצי, הוא חוגג יום הולדת.
ריאליטי, חברים,
אז זה אחלה הזדמנות להגיד מזל טוב.
Happy birthday to you, reality. Happy birthday to you, reality. Happy birthday to reality. Happy birthday to you.
גיב טאנק.
יאמן.
תודה רבה לאלי אייפק.
יאמן, ביג אפ.
לאלי אייפק, שעוזר לנו לעשות שידורים האלה. טוני, ביג אפ, נוף רספקט, בסקו, אתה תסיים את השידור עם החברים, תוציא אותנו מה שנקרא מפה, ותאחל לכולם שבוע טוב.
יאמן, שיהיה לכולם אחלה סופש, אנחנו נעדכן אתכם בהמשך לאורח או לאורחת הבאים שלנו, תעקבו אחרינו, תוסיפו אנשים, אנחנו כמו שאתם רואים כולנו תקועים בקורונה הזאת, ואין מה לעשות, צריך להעביר את הזמן, האמת שארצות הברית היא קצת יותר סבבה עם זה, אבל עכשיו מתחיל הוריקן לא נורמלי פה, אז אני בבית, הולך לעשות ספליט ולנגן מוזיקה, אז נראה אתכם עוד שבועיים, Stop everybody. Respect.